Hello, everyone. We are live now. So, thank you all for joining in a special interview today. And I have a special guest with me, and she's going to share her own story about thriving in the digital space. I'm going to reserve the introduction and allow her to introduce herself. So, Maryam, please share with the viewers a little introduction about you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Uju. Um, Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. My name is Maryam. I'm a mom of two. I'm a Muslim wife, and I'm a pharmacist by profession and also a digital business owner. That's a quick run through. I'm originally from Nigeria. However, yeah, I've been in the UK for a very, very long time as a child. So yeah, UK is my base. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, we're both in the UK, we're both pharmacists, and we're both business owners in the digital space trying to build a residual income so that we can live flexibly and we can have a legacy, to transfer to our children. So, to keep the interview as short as possible, I'll ask Maryam to share why she started this business with us so that we can pick a few nuggets here.
Sorry, 1 minute. Rashid,
Mm.
can you please close the door? You okay? Hmm? Rashid, get your board downstairs, please. Go and meet your sister. Sorry about that. My
That's
son
fine.
just my son just came in to me to say he's bored. I thought he wanted
Okay.
something else, but yeah,
Yeah.
as kids for you.
Yeah. That's the
Sorry for
benefits
the
of you being
interruption.
there for
So,
them.
what
So
was the
if you can
question?
share,
Sorry.
yeah, if you can share why you started this business.
Oh, I started this business because of my kids. Like you can see, they
Yeah.
are home with me. It's Monday. A lot of people at work. Able to spend some time with them. So while I started, the reason why I started my business was mainly to be able to spend more time with my children, also for um financial freedom, time freedom. Because I remember when I had my son, was my first child. I really struggled going back to work. It was a challenge when I actually exhausted the whole year maternity leave, thanks to UK that gives up to 12 months. Some people don't have that liberty in their country to spend that much time with their babies. But even at that, spending 12 months, there's still very little to live with someone else. It was quite challenging for me, even though at that point in time I'd not started the business then. I've not come across the business. I wanted something to do. I saw myself saying to child minded nursery that I wish I can work for you so I can be around my kids. That's always been on the background. But at the
Yes.
same time, I think would being a child carer pay my bills, or would it? Can I sacrifice being a pharmacist for that? But it wasn't an option. So my mom too is a big part of it as well. She's always she's a great mentor of myself. She has always said to me, that I should find something I can do on the side, that you this pharmacy that you're working for someone else, you can't hand it over to anyone. And she's retired. She started working early, so she retired early. She has a business of her own, and she's quite comfortable. And looking at where I am growing, I'm still young. I can still do so many things with my life. And I'm looking at my mom like, how am I going to end up when I retire? So when I saw that ad on Facebook, it was a doctor that was talking. We resonated so well because she also had two kids. She's in the health sector. I can understand how taxing and demanding our job is. knowing that it's vocational. Yes, people say, oh, it's not really about the money, it's the love of the helping people and all of that. So I looked into the business. It does align with my values. Um, it's ethical, because those are the things that I looked into. Like, I don't want any conflicting um interest with my professional job and my business, and something I can run alongside every commitment. Before I started as well, I used to do something on the side. I know Uju understands, but Avia might not understand. Locuming to supplement my income, but it's a struggle because those days that I go and do that are days that are meant to be family time, my personal time. But then I'm sacrificing the time for my children to do that. And it's a struggle in the family that, okay, who's going to look after the kids? Who's going to give them lunch while you go? So that got me thinking that, can I do something still able to supplement my income without leaving, without leaving my children, without it being a substitution of time for money? And this was a perfect fit. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. So, even though you came to the UK as a younger person, I came here, as a professional already. So I was married already when I came here, although I'm a single parent now. So I was quite advanced in my career in Nigeria before I came. But I also suffered similar issues in terms of childcare. When I started having my family, when I started having children, it wasn't pleasant at all. It's a trying phase for immigrants. If you don't have extended family here to give you that support, if you don't live in the same city as maybe your mom or your dad, if you were born here, you're going to have trying times. I remember then changing my children's school wasn't even an option. So whenever I had to move residence, I must be looking around the school catchment area because I didn't have that luxury of looking for whatever I like somewhere else, because that will mean moving the children. Moving the children will mean looking for childcare again. And in this country, that childcare has to do with, location, schools. It's not every child mind that I can go to every school and I can operate at every working hour. So with all these limitations, I just knew this primary school is where my children will be. So whatever I'm doing, it has to revolve around this primary school because of childcare. It was a very trying period. And I was also looking for ways to make myself more flexible. And that's why I never went into employment. Every healthcare professional will understand what locum is. And I was a full-time locum just to have that flexibility, because they can call you anytime that you need to pick your child is sick, or your child, your PTA meetings or your child tutorials, different thing. So to have that flexibility as the only parent of my children in this country, I just had to make myself available for anything seen and unseen, So, because I know that even while I was locuming, there have been some time that the school called me, this, that happened, and I had to tell them, close pharmacy, I have to leave, So, and also being a locum, I knew I had to now start planning for my pension, because I didn't have any employment that I had. Even my colleagues that were in employment were crying because of the little pension, waiting for them. Talk more of me, that I wasn't even in full-time employment. So all these things were reasons that made me to increase my search quickly, because I'm 4 years in this business now. So I started on time to look for a way out. And, it was just God's grace, because I know some people in my position, they are looking, but they've fallen to various scams, lost money. And even when they now see a good opportunity, they've
Yes,
exhausted their
skeptical.
credits, that
Mm,
they've sunk themselves so low in a deep hole that they can't even start something genuine. So I thank God for seeing this business when I did. And I started, and it's 2 years of me staying at home as a stay-at-home parent. I'm really
mhm,
happy about it because I'm not the working kind of person. So,
mm.
so yeah. So thank you for sharing that aspect of your life. Can you please share with us how this business has helped you?
Well, thank you, Uji. While you were talking, I could relate so well. When I started my career, I started in retail pharmacy, community pharmacy.
Yeah,
That was the struggle I had. Like, I'm ill myself, I was still going to work. My kids are ill. I'll be asking my husband, please, can you go instead? They will say, come and get your kids. They get cold from nursery,
yeah,
cough,
that's
anything like
it.
that. They will tell you to come and collect your kid. And I'm
Mm,
thinking, you know what? I can't leave because when I leave the pharmacy, they will have to shut the pharmacy. Even
yeah,
though there's no one that will tell you, oh, you can't go and get your kids, or you're ill, you shouldn't take sick off. But
a
there is
question
a
mark
kind
to
of
your name.
pressure. They make you feel guilty for for going sick because you're ill. So
Mm-hmm.
you try your best. And as an African, we go harder on things. You're like, I can still survive. You keep pushing. Even when you know you're ill, like, I'm okay. I'll be
Yeah,
fine. You keep
yeah,
pushing. And this is someone else's business. And this is someone else's even the people that you're scared of, it's not their business.
yeah,
But then they make you feel bullied to do things you don't want to do.
yeah,
And
yeah,
also
yeah.
you feel like you don't have an option. And this business has shown me that, has given me that confidence that
You don't need
anything
to live that way.
I
Yeah,
have an option. I have a
yeah.
business in my own name.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned so much. And even though I left the institution to something more flexible when I started my business. Even though at that point it was a pay cut, I was happy to do that because I know that I've got a business on my own. I'm starting to work on myself on
Yes.
side. And that's the beauty of having something in your own name. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of face that thing, like, okay, maybe work politics, and they're like, I can't say anything because I don't want them to do this. I have to pay my mortgage or I have to pay my rent, my salary. If I lose this job, I might not be able to get another one. That's because you do not have an option.
Yeah.
And this business has given me so much that I'm able to help other people to set up their business. And with my,
Mm-hmm.
we are very strong on supporting people, helping people, because it creates a
A ripple effect.
ripple effect of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you give to people and they benefit from it, it's a
Comes back
blessing
to
of
you.
its own.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to implore you today to look into it. It is something that it's very transparent. If you're genuinely looking for something to start on the side in your own name, look at it. It's free webinar. You get the trial package to look into it before you commit to be a business owner. It's all out there. Thank you, Huju. I hope you will take that advice today.
Thank you all. So we've come to the end of this interview. You can always put in the comment section, where you're watching from, and some love and cheers for Maryam for making out time to come and share. Because this holiday season is a time for people to be with their families. So she has made out time to come and share this part of her life with us. So we're grateful for that. And I hope you've been inspired and you've learned a little bit about our platform, the fact that you don't need any experience to come in, even though we're pharmacists and we're highly skilled, it's not a prerequisite. It's also not a prerequisite of success. You don't need that at all. You'll be trained fully, and we operate like a plug and play platform, an automated platform that you can join. You have your own username and password and do remote learning from anywhere in the world, as long as you have your electronic device and your Wi-Fi. you're good to go. So it does not cost anything to watch our workshop. Get the information. They say knowledge is power. So get as much free information as you can. It will help you make your decisions about going forward in the business ladder. You can also contact us privately for more clarification to any questions that you have, and we will be able to tell you why our business differs from the previous things that did not work for you. So thank you all for joining in. Thank you, Maryam.
Thank
And,
you so much. It's
you
a
know,
pleasure.
yes, see you sometime,
Thank
maybe in the distant future, when there'll be more things to share again.
you.
And, my regards to your family this Christmas season. Take
Thank
care,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.